everyone, it's Kendra from Closet Confections, and today is Friday, October 22nd, 2010. This week's Friend Friday topic is about product placement, so I'm just going to jump right into the questions. Number 1. As we watched the Chilean miners being rescued last week, there were many things to take note of. The amazing faith of these people, the joy of life, love, and family, and interestingly enough, product placement. As you watched the rescue efforts, did you notice the products and what were your thoughts? So here I have to make a little confession. I actually don't watch television, so I did not see the live coverage of the miners' rescue. With that being said, I did read about it, and I read an interesting article about Oakley Shades, or the company Oakley, providing shades to the miners because of course they were underground for however many days, and their eyes were going to be very sensitive to the lights, and so Oakley, out of the goodness of their hearts, offered them free shades to wear, free specially designed shades, I'm guessing. How do I feel about that? Well, I guess the first question, did I notice it? No, because I didn't see the footage. Actually, I did watch a clip on YouTube, and had I not read the article before, I don't know if I would have noticed those were Oakley shades. I don't wear Oakley shades. But in terms of Oakley, I think it was great for them to step in and provide a needed item to the Chilean miners. Did they do it for selfish reasons? Of course, yes. But do the ends sort of justify the means? In this case, I think so. I don't think they went out of their way to kind of emblazon the fact that they were providing these shades. They thought it was something good for them to do, and if they benefited from it, if people, saw Oakley shades and maybe went out and bought a pair afterwards, I mean, I think it was a win-win situation. So I don't think in that particular case it was necessarily a bad thing. Do I think it's wrong for companies to exploit tragic situations like that for their own gain? Yeah, I do, but I think there are far worse situations that people could have taken advantage of. So in this particular instance, I'll give Oakley a free pass. On to the second question. Product placement is all around us today. What do you think makes it such a good marketing goldmine? I think what makes it good is because the fact that it is ubiquitous, it is everywhere. It kind of seeps into your psyche, and you don't even notice it when it's done well. You don't notice it. I feel like when you do notice it, when it is very obvious, then the marketer hasn't really done their job. Why is it a gold mine? It's because you really get to see if it's a celebrity that you follow using a product. Maybe if you have some affinity towards that celebrity and really admire them, then I think it might make you more likely to go out and buy the product, and so marketers realize this, and that's why it's so attractive. It's also maybe a little more subversive. It's not so in your face, and so maybe their hopes for marketers is that, I think I read somewhere that we're bombarded with about 4,000 advertisements or product placements on a daily basis. I don't notice all 4,000 of those advertisements or those product placements, but I'm sure that, I may be in a store and I'll think that I just naturally want that, I don't know, purple drink, but I don't know if it's really my own, out of my own volition that I want it. Like if I hadn't seen it, 3 times already earlier in the day and really not taken notice, would I still want that drink? So I think that's why it's so attractive to marketers. The fact that it can kind of seep into your subconscious, and the fact that, it can kind of integrate into our daily lives and kind of be something that's a part of us. I think that's why it's so attractive. Number 3, on your blog, either now or in the future, what is or will be your stance on highlighting specific products? To date, I haven't highlighted any paid placements on my blog. I haven't received any free gifts that I've highlighted. Hopefully that'll change, but but have I highlighted items that I love? I mean, by the nature of having a fashion blog, of course, like there's kind of no way around it. I talk about the clothes that I wear, you know, the shoes I'm wearing, the handbag I'm carrying. So, I mean, have I highlighted products? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of inevitable. In the future, do I plan to highlight, do I plan to accept sponsors or free gifts and highlight those on my blog? I mean, time will tell. I mean, I'm not against it. The opportunity just hasn't presented itself as of yet, but if it's a product that I believe in and that I would use regardless of whether or not I was highlighting on my blog, then yeah, I have no problem with that. Like highlighting brands that I love and, you know, things that I like, places that I like to go to, restaurants I like to eat at. I have no problem with that. If the opportunity arose, would you give a bad review of a product? Yeah, definitely. Would I give a bad review of a product from a sponsor? I guess I don't think that I would engage with a sponsor or a brand or a company if I didn't really believe in their product. So rather than kind of accept payment and give a bad review, I don't think that that'll happen. Would I do it? I guess I would at that point. Like if I had accepted something from a sponsor and then I didn't, or a product from a company and I didn't like it, I would just return it. Pretty plain and simple. Would I write a? I'd stick to the facts. I don't think I would trash a product. I mean, unless the product was really trashy. But if there was something that I wanted people to stay away from, yeah, I would be honest with people. Aside from dealing with sponsors or having paid advertisements on my site, if a product or an experience someplace was negative, would I tell other people about it? Yeah, probably. Yeah, but I like to keep things positive, so like I said, I would just stick to the facts and tell people what they needed to know and what my experience was. Lastly, do you view your blog as a product? Where have you or do you hope to place it? I didn't view my blog as a product until I read that question. So with that being said, I guess in a way it is. It's kind of an extension of it. Well, it's not kind of. It is an extension of my personal brand. It's an extension of me. I'm not a product. It's like I'm not particularly for sale, but you know, will I have? Currently, I don't. But would I sell ad space on my blog? Possibly. Would I do paid product placements on my blog? Possibly. So in that sense, yeah, I guess it is a product in that, you know, I'm putting it out there. I'm trying to get people to come to it. So I'm trying to sell it to my readers. I think sell kind of has a negative connotation, but I'm trying to convince or influence people to, you know, visit my blog. And if I'm do decide to go down the route of having advertisers and sponsors and things like that, then I guess in that case, yeah, my blog would be a product. So I think that concludes all of the questions. I'm trying something new with this video format, so excuse me if I rambled. Sorry about that, but hopefully these questions sparked some questions in your own mind and maybe got you thinking. Hopefully you found this interesting, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. So thanks for stopping by.